I don't want to list people out, but there are a whole lot of people in our country who are disabled, who are contributing to the economy. They have had the education, they have had the training, they've got the skills to contribute to the economy. And I did raise my hand and tell the secretary and the people present in the room that it's time we are looked at as resources rather than people who need to be provided for. By doing this, we are actually calling for a total change in mindset. Because when you provide for somebody, it is a charity mindset. You're looking at what the person cannot do and then planning. But when you're looking at resource, a person as a resource, you would actually be looking at investing, because you would want something to come out of that investment. So that is the second point. The third point I'd like to make is that whether it's a parent or whether it's a school or teachers, they have an attitude, which I'd like to again illustrate with an example. About 10 years ago, I happened to be called to a school in Delhi where the principal said this third standard boy here is losing his eyesight very rapidly, and I've advised his parents to take him out. I said, why? So all the teachers started listing out very aggressive, very loudly, he cannot do this, he cannot do that, and so on and so forth. And then I said, when other children who do not do things come in the class, what do you do with them? And the answer was, well, we pull them up, they are accountable. So I said, why isn't this guy accountable? His problem is he cannot see what's on the board. He cannot read print. But there are options to deal with that. Why should you take him out of the school? Why shouldn't he be accountable? And the answer was, he's blind. He's blind. So the point here is, when somebody is disabled, the expectations are very low. The government reserves 3% jobs for people with disability. But I know a whole lot of people who have got these reserved jobs who do not have any assignment. They go to the office in the morning, do nothing, they sit the whole day, come back in the evening, at the end of the month, take the check. The point is, people do not expect of us. Parents do not expect of us. Our school systems don't expect of us. We talk about education being inclusive and all that, but if you go to a government school where disabled children are studying, the director of education, the secretary of education of the Delhi schools, I had the opportunity of meeting them recently. Their expectations of blind students, disabled students are very, very low, next to nothing. And they expect these children to be educated with the help of volunteer support. Okay? Now, the next point. So, 3 points here. Ignorance is 1. We are seen as a liability. That's 2. Expectations are extremely low. That's point 3. Let's get on to point 4. The other day, I was watching a television program on one of India's premier private television channels. And it was just after the 4-0 drubbing of the Indian cricket team. And there was a kind of a chat show where Sanjay Manjrekar and Maninder Singh were kind of taking questions from audiences, from viewers. And they said people who want to ask questions can dial on the number that is flashing on the screen. Now, I had 3 questions and 3 comments to make, and I said, how the hell do I connect? It so happened that I knew the chief editor of the channel, so I sent him an email immediately. I said, feedback. You have this program going on just now, you have flashed a number, I want to participate, I don't know how to do so, because the access numbers are inaccessible. So fortunately, because I knew the guy, somebody from the office called me up and put me on the program. The point I'd like to make here is, the country does not think we are important enough to be part of this dialogue. Whatever happens there are various schemes that happen outside the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. When they think of it, people with disability do not feature as part of that planning. India is having a dialogue, I think, with France on something to do with education and collaboration. I do not think disability is part of that dialogue. The question I'd like to ask then is, are we really citizens of this country? And I'd like people in this room, because most of us here are the converted, and we are all concerned. The question that we need to work on is, because it's not just the responsibility of the government, it's not just the responsibility of the corporate sector, it's not just the responsibility of the NGOs, it is our responsibility too. Poor expectations, low expectations, can we do something about it? We are not citizens of this country, though technically we might be. Can we do something about it? Are we only obsessed with our sector? Are we concerned with the corruption that's happening outside? I know that there are some disabled groups that did participate in Mr. Anna Hazare's campaign, but what about the majority of us? Are we concerned, and do we raise our voice on non-disability issues? Why should the country be concerned with us? So I'm not coming here with any solutions. I just wanted to share some issues which I believe all of us are concerned with. We certainly want to be part of the mainstream. There are a lot of things in this TechShare exhibition which would help us perform tasks which will help us probably get into the mainstream. But does the mainstream actually consider us worthwhile? As of now, no. The sector tends to look at short-term solutions. Is our long-term solution to become a part of the global scenario? Is our long-term goal to become an Indian, a complete Indian, a whole Indian that will contribute to the economy, be part of the economy? Yes, there are varied levels of disability. Challenges would be different. But I think there is an attitude issue. We need to commit ourselves to become a full Indian. We need to be interested beyond our disability. I just like to stop here because there are a lot of others who like to talk. So, but these are some of the issues which I'm concerned about, and I'd like people in the disability sector to think about it beyond our rights. We've been talking about rights for the last, how much, 15, 16, 20 years, aggressively. We got the PWD Act, but the scenario on the ground has changed very little, forcing me to believe that rights-based approach is also a charity approach, because people accede to our rights because they think it's a charitable issue. I think it's time that we pushed ourselves, promoted ourselves, and launched ourselves as resources for the country, forcing the country to invest in us. Our advocacy should be directed at that, so that when they invest in us, when the country invests in us, when corporates invest in us, they would see us beyond being just telephone operators or primary teachers. They're all very important positions, but I'm sure we disabled people are far more talented. We have far greater potential to contribute to the economy of this country. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, George.